Hi everybody, happy Friday. It's Carolina from the Oak Bluffs Library, and this is Cooking with Carolina, live in my home kitchen. Today, what we will be making are spicy sweet apple croissants. Now, this recipe is pretty easy, and it's using things that I just happen to have around and need to use up, which is why I picked it. So, let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is preheat our oven to 350. Wash and dry our hands. And to begin, we will peel and core the apples. So I have 2 Granny Smith apples. I'm going to wash these. And get my peeler. Alright. See? I hope everybody's having a nice day. It was so rainy earlier, especially early this morning. It was pouring sheets. But now it seems pretty nice out and it's warm. So after this, I suggest you go and get some outside time. A little fresh air if you're able to. Now this recipe that I am using today is from a blog that I follow called Maroc Mama. And it's pretty easy. It uses pre-made croissant dough and apples and then just some spices and sugar. I haven't tried it before. Hi, Marco. Also, let me know what you think of this new time. Do you like it earlier or later? I used to have one of those fancy peeler corer combos that stuck to the countertop, and you could cram the apple on it and turn the lever and it would peel and core the apple and cut it all at once. And I kind of liked it, but it didn't always work that well. And it seemed excessive. Unless you're really making a lot of apple pies, which I do like to make. Okay, I will do that, Andy. I do it every Friday, so I will be doing it on First Friday. I'll have to figure out what to make them. Alright, we are peeled. Now let me get a knife. Whoa. You can use a corer, but I'm lazy. Or just feel that's unnecessary. And I just cut out the middle. like to turn the apple over and put the flat side down to cut it in half. You can't really see me, can you? Here. There we go. That's a little better. Just because that creates a little more stability to cut the apple in half, instead of trying to cut something that's round and rocking. It's nice and flat and stable. See, much better. And you can also use a paring knife, which is the smaller knife. That's actually a bit easier to use than a big knife. And more precise. Okay, we are peeled and cored. Chop into 1 inch to 2 inch pieces and place in a mixing bowl. Pardon me. So basically you're kind of chopping it into chunks. This is how I like to chop for my apple pies also. So you can fit more apples in the pie. Just leave them sliced, you can't fit as many. I don't. I also think it makes apple pie a little easier to eat when you have them chopped. All right, there we go. Now we're going to put cinnamon, ginger, and cardamom powder in this mixture. Get my little measuring spoon. And ginger. I have the ginger. So we have half a teaspoon of cinnamon. For some reason I'm missing my half teaspoon measure on here, but that's okay. We'll estimate. Looks good. Cinnamon. Half a teaspoon of cardamom. I don't use a lot of cardamom. I just have a little baggie of it. Get a little of that in there. That's funny, it says ginger, but there's not ginger listed in this recipe. So we'll put a little ginger in too. Since it does mention it, I'll have to let her know that that's missing. We'll put like a quarter of a teaspoon of ginger in there. Don't want to overdo the ginger. And then a pinch of salt. Pinchy, pinchy. Then we'll grab a spoon to mix this all up. or as you may know by now, a spurtle. I love my spurtles. So now we're just mixing it all up to coat all the apples. Hi Mark, how are you doing? I hope you're being treated well today. I saw your post. Okay, so we're looking nice and coated there. That's our oven, letting us know that it is good and hot, ready for cooking. Now, we will open our croissant dough and unroll. So, what I have here is a dough sheet. It's not actually croissant dough, it's a crescent dough sheet. But I think it'll do just fine. This part always gets me, so don't mind my scream. Hi, Abdullah. Here's my spurtle. Told you. Every time. Ooh. You know what? I'm not so sure about this. As I said, I've had this in my refrigerator for quite some time. And I think I'm going to have to abandon it. See? Dang it. This is what happens when you can't get things at the store anymore. Well, I'll just describe the process really quickly to you. So, you would take your apples and you would roll them up in your crescent roll dough. And then you slice it and put it into a baking dish and cook that. Sprinkle the rest of the apples around the edge. And cook it in the oven for 10 minutes. So, I'll be back later with more crescent dough and we can finish the recipe. Sorry everybody, there's always something. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.